everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Peta's Budgets, and I know it's a couple days late. I usually try to post these on Monday. However, it has been a hectic time right now in our family, just trying to get everything ready for our move. Like I mentioned in our first video, we are going to be moving from California to Georgia, so we've been just trying to wrap up those things and get that all ready. So to begin today, we are going to be doing our weekly unstuffing, and then after we're done with our weekly unstuffing, we'll be doing our first stuffing for the month of July. As a reminder, we are a family of 4. I've been married to my husband for 11 plus years, and we have 2 children under the age of 8. We are a cash stuffing family using prop money, so this is a cashless style system. That way our money does stay in our bank accounts to earn interest, and we are a family who do use our credit cards, and we pay those off every month so we don't pay interest, but that way we also get to reap the rewards of having credit cards. With that being said, we are able to handle some of our move because we are doing it ourselves. We're able to use hotel points to as we move across and all that stuff. So it's been a really great, helpful tool having those reward points on your credit cards. I do need to instill though, make sure you pay off your credit cards each month and you're not paying interest, because that's how the credit card companies make their money, is you pay the interest on your card. So those rewards that you're getting, you're technically paying for them with your interest. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. As I explained before, we start off with our shopping envelope. We have our receipts in there. I have already calculated this week's amount, and so those will be scanned into Fetch. When I get a chance and figure it out, I will post my Fetch information, so if people want to join, I do also use Fetch to at least get some rewards back on that as well. So to begin this week, we have our weekly charges is going to be some grocery, gas, dining out, car, because we did get a cleaning, and we also have hair. Our total was $525.37. And then when I rounded it up, grocery is going to be 100, gas is 50, dining, I had to split it up between multiple envelopes to get to the amount. So 70 is coming from our dining, 55 from grocery, and 15 from our miscellaneous will equal 140. Our car will be 45, hair 190 for a total of 525. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin in our weekly binder. Okay. Sorry, just trying to fix something real quick. All right, so for grocery, it's just gonna be 100. So there's my 100. And then the 55, I'm going to just place right here, as we're going to use that in a minute. For gas, it is just $50 this week. Okay, so in gas, that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 550, 570, 590, 605. And like I said before, we are rolling this over to help pay for our cross-country trip. All right, and then for dining out, I'm gonna be taking the full 70 that's in here, 50, 60, 70. I'm gonna add that to the 55 I already pulled out. Okay, and then we are actually done in this envelope. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get our miscellaneous. I need just $15. Okay. Put my miscellaneous back real quick. All right, so now this should be 140. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, and 40. Perfect. I just realized this. Okay, and last is our hair, which comes out of Beauty. And hair was 190, so 100, 150, 170, 190. Right, so and then last but not least is car, and we need to get $45. All right, so that is it for our unstuffing. And so the total should be $525. So let me just collect all this. And we'll go ahead and count it. We have 150, 250, 350, 400, 420, 40, 60, 80, 90, 500, 10, 20, and 5. Perfect. So 525, I'm gonna come back here. And we are going to put that in here. All right, and then we did make a payment to our credit card, so I know this is at 0. I'm just gonna put 525 and 525. Okay. So now that our envelopes have been reset and ready for our stuffing, let me go to our breakdown. All right, and so this is going to be off to the side, but this shows you how we break down all of our money. We are depositing $24.50, and I do already have my denominations set up here. Okay, and then I'm going to move this off to the side, but this is what I follow. All right. So just first things first is our weekly amounts. For grocery gets 300, and it gets that in the form of 100, 350s, 220s, and a 10. So our total is 150, 250, 270, 290, 300. And then we do the same for gas. So I'm just gonna pull out that gas, and 100, 50, and I might actually condense gas just because it is getting, you know, pretty full here with small bills. But let's count what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 650, 750, 800, 820, 40, 60, 80, 890, $905. And you know what? I'm actually gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna take out 500, and I'm actually gonna replace that with a slip. So 500, 600, 650, and then I am, let's see. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So 500, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, 820, 40, 60, 80, 890, 905. So we'll do it like that. That way we don't have just like a bunch of hundreds in here. And I'm just going to place this off to the side. All right, dining out gets $200. So it gets 100, a 50, a 20, 2 10s, and a 5, and 2 5s. And it's crazy because like, since we are moving, we've been eating a lot out because we already packed our plates, and we should be packing the rest of our kitchen actually this week. And it's easier to grab a quick meal. But that also means our grocery bill has been less, and so we've been using grocery to help cover dining out. So for dining out, we have 150, 170, 180, 190, and 195, 200. I can't wait. It's going to be a big change, but with that being said, once the change happens, we'll also be readjusting our budget, seeing how things cost out there. We do know there's going to be some things adjusting, like our gas bill should be going down, our what else? Our car registration goes down, things like that. So we will be adjusting this accordingly. Costco gets $250, and we do not plan to go to Costco until our move, which also seems crazy because we are a bi-weekly Costco family. All right, so for Costco, We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 620, 640, 660, 670, 680, which is great. I don't know how often you guys move, but I notice when we move, seems like your first Costco bill or even your first two tend to be your largest because you're replenishing your pantries, or you have things that you need to buy, maybe extra storage bins or whatnot. It's always more. Amazon gets 200. All right, so it gets 100, a 50, 2 20s, and a 10. All right, oops, totally did that wrong. Okay, so Amazon now has 100, 50, 200, 220, 240, 260, 270. And I recently took everything out of here because it finally needed it. My personal gets 50. And I'm actually gonna take my 250s and grab one of those hundreds I pulled out earlier. So I now have $200 in my personal. And my husband, I'll do the same for him. He now has 300 in his personal. All right, and that last was the credit card that we pulled earlier. All right, so my personal, or my weekly expenses is complete. We're gonna move on to our utilities. Now, even though our utilities are pretty much paid for already, we're pretty sure we're gonna have at least one more month of utilities here, even though we're moving in the middle of the month. So I'm still gonna set this as like it's a normal month. All right, so for our trash and our water, it gets $125. All right, because we are keeping those utilities on, even though we aren't gonna physically be here. Our entertainment is going to be $100. That's for our internet and our streaming services. This will be changing when we move. Streaming services will stay the same. It's our internet that's going to be changing. However, I might still stuff this at normal so that way there we have money rolling over, because I always like to have a little extra in our envelopes. All right, cell phone gets just $100 bill. Okay, and school gets 25. I have been running around, I feel like crazy, trying to make sure that my girls' schools are all ready to go. There are some things we'll have to do once we get to Georgia to finish their registration, but like just trying to get it all figured out, what their school schedule is, all that. It's crazy. So for school supplies, we have 1, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 315, 320, 325. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. My brain like froze while I was counting that. Okay, so, and then for their extracurriculars, it's gonna be 25. And that's another thing is once we get there, I'm gonna be looking for stuff for my girls to do so they can get to know people, get to know the area. And that's what these extracurriculars will go to. So we have 50, 100, 2, 4, 6, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we have $200 in here. Let me see if that's right. That's 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. Yes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna put this off to the side and I'm gonna grab $200. And then, was there, let me see, let me go back to school because I think I could have condensed this. Yeah, I can. Especially because my brain did not want to function on these fives. Okay, so that's 50, 70, 90, 95, 100. Perfect. Okay, that's a little easier. So school is 1, 2, 3, 25. It didn't need to be as big as it was. And I already did that. And maintenance, oh wait, Insurance is not getting anything, and maintenance gets 100. So maintenance has 500, 600, 700, 800, $925, which is good. As soon as we get there, we have some maintenance that we're gonna need to do on our cars. All right, and last but not least, besides savings, we have our sinking funds. All right, miscellaneous gets $20, and I am actually, because I know I have, let me see what's in here right now. So miscellaneous has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I'm actually gonna keep a 10 in here. I'm gonna take these, the other 10s. I'm gonna turn that into 20s. All right, so we have $50 in our miscellaneous. Our date gets, what does date get? 25. So it just has $45. We're gonna start building that back up. We've definitely had our fun these last couple weeks. Christmas gets 50. All right, and Christmas has 50, 500, 600, 700, 800, and $50. All right, diapers just gets 15. And we literally have not had to buy any type of wipes or pull-ups. So I'm not sure what we're gonna use this for, but it's here. And then I'm gonna condense it too. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50. Let me turn that back into a 20. Okay, so in diapers we have 50, 100, 25, 125. And like I said, that's for pull-ups and wipes. All right, our beauty is just getting $30 today. We're gonna build this back up. So we have 20, 30, 40, and 50. And since it is an even number, I am actually going to condense that to a 50. I know some people like to do like a specific condensing video, and that's the only time they'll do their condensing. I personally like to condense as I go. So if I find that I have too many bills, I'll condense it as I go, as you can see. Our household is going to just get 20. Household has 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. All right, so I'm gonna keep 2 20s, and then 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm gonna turn this into a $50 bill. So we now have $90 in household. Our gifts get 20, 20, 40, 60, 70. I'm gonna keep that as 20s. Our travel gets 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. We are starting to plan for our next trips. We have a trip coming up next spring for my cousin's wedding, and then we are thinking the following year of taking a cruise. So gonna build that up again. Birthday gets 20. Birthday currently has 100, 2, 120, 140, 160, 170, and I'll leave those 20s in there as well. Transportation is our car registration. It just gets $50. We are currently saving right now to pay for an initial registration at Georgia. So we currently have 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 400. And I am actually, let me see if I have any, I don't think I have any hundreds left. I don't, but I do have a 50. So I'm gonna condense this. Okay, so we have 100, 200, 300, and 400. All right, and then we have our health, which just gets a 50. So it currently has 50, 100, 20, 40, 140 in health. And I am not sure where I lost. Oh, I just realized my car registration. I had put 50 in car registration, and car registration was just supposed to be a 20. So car registration actually is 370. And then I am missing a 5. Somewhere I forgot to put in a 5. I'm just looking, did I forget in household? I did, I forgot my household. That's where it was. So I actually have 95 in household. Okay, now we're good. Glad I found that now. So last we should have is 250. This is my savings. So we're gonna go into our 100 envelope challenge. Like I stated before, what we do is we put money in here, and then once it gets up to a certain amount, we put it over here. Okay, so we have 200, so we're gonna mark off 2 circles. I am doing I'm doing $100 per circle instead of the actual amounts. You can make the 100 envelope challenge work however you want it to work. I have done it, the first time I did them in increments of 5s. So 1 through 5 was $5, 6 through 10 was $10, $15, $20, all the way down. And then we also did it as 10, each line was a denomination. So 1 through 10 was $10, 11 through 20, $20, go for it. And after we've done that twice, we've finished the envelope challenge twice. My husband's like, why don't we just do $100 for every envelope? So instead of 5,000, we would save 10,000. I was like, sounds good to me. We can do that. And so, yes, it could take a little longer to fill it up doing it this way. But to us, it's more satisfying seeing a larger number. And you know what? That's all about budgeting. You make it work the way it works for you. All right, so now that we have 600, I will probably be taking this out in a week or so and replacing it with a $500 thing. All right, but that is everything today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, like I've stated on all my videos, if you ever have any questions about cash stuffing or budgeting or how to get a budget to work for your family, I am an open book. Message me your questions. I'm available to answer them. In addition, if you have any questions regarding credit card rewards, how to use them to your advantage, again, I can answer them. And also at some point, I think my husband's gonna come on here and we'll talk about it together, as he was the one who really got me onto using credit cards to help me and not hinder me. So yeah, again, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. I do try to post weekly. I do know probably for the next 2 weeks it might be a little delayed, but I will get back onto a schedule. And again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.